Yeah, Barry Trammell with the Oklahoman. Russell, you've played against Dennis before since he left you, but could you tell he had a little extra in his step tonight trying to play against his old pals?
Next question.
Russ, did you think getting down 38-21, 17-point deficit to come back and make it a game down the stretch, is that a good sign for the rest of the playoffs?
Next question.
Barry Trammell with the Oklahoman. Russell, the first half, both teams struggled offensively as a sort of a slug of a game. Both teams got going in the second half. What happened that sort of reversed the tone of this game?
Next question.
Welcome to Something Like Ballers. I'm Derek Lane, your host. I'm here with my guys Rashid and Brandon. How y'all guys doing?
Coolin'.
On this fine Easter Monday, as they say. How you doing, Brandon? You good?
Yeah, man.
Everything good? That's good. All right, let's get into talking about some NBA playoffs, what's going on right now. So, we right here. Some teams are starting to get eliminated.
Before we get into it, I was told too passive.
Oh, they used too passive. So you gotta bring the heat this time, right?
Yeah. Because I was told I'll let you slide on the LeBron top three.
I said what I said. Maybe not this season, but I
it's
think
over. His days of being top three.
So his days is numbered.
He fell off the cliff.
He fell off the cliff.
He fell off the cliff. Not fall. He fell off the cliff.
Oh, he fell off the thing.
He fell off the cliff.
Damn, that's crazy.
Days is over, yo.
Oh man. So who you had as top three then? Cause I don't think we heard that list.
I won't say who's top three, but I'll give a list of people who are better than LeBron. We'll start with that.
Okay.
That bad man in Golden State. KD.
KD, yeah.
Yeah, KD, of course. Easily.
Okay. Who else you got?
Giannis
is coming.
Kawhi. That's three small. He not even top three small forwards now. That's three small forwards I just named.
You're right. I hear that. I hear you there. All right. Well, let's get into talking about the playoffs. Like I said, I want to start off first with the series between Portland and OKC. What's your thoughts? Because Russ, he hasn't really been showing us. He showed us in game? What was that? Game 4.
I think it was game 1. He was good in game 1.
The one where they won that game.
Oh, game 3?
I think that was game 3 then, right?
No, game 3.
Yeah. So what you think? What you think about what's going on?
Okay, let me preface this by saying I like both these teams. I'm pretty sure I made a Facebook post about this.
Yeah.
I love both these teams. Paul George and Damian Lillard are actually two of my favorite players. And I didn't expect Portland's role players to step up the way they stepped up. So I had Oklahoma City winning 6. Excuse me, why did I say 6? In 6. Winning in 6.
I got you.
But, I don't know why I expected much of Billy Donovan or expected him to just be able to do decently, but Terry Stotts is a better coach. And I just think overall Portland has a better team, a better system, and Russ is Russ. He's just gonna make it. He's either gonna be whatever he does. Is either gonna be good or bad. He's gonna make it rough. And Paul George, came at a injury came at a terrible time down the stretch. Too bad shoulders, nagging injury. So it's just rough for them. And then, Dame and CJ are going to do what they do. And then them doing what they do plus having extra around them, that may be too much for Oklahoma to even push it to
But Portland, like I said, they had a chip on their shoulder this year because they got swept last year. Like they got embarrassed. Like Drew Holiday shut down Dame Lillard last year. Like
shout out to Drew. I've been defending you as an underrated point guard for years.
So Dame was gonna bring it this year, like no matter what, and who they were facing. Like I think CJ McCollum was talking about it today. Like he was at home watching the playoffs last year. Like they didn't want that. That wasn't gonna happen to them this year. But I think like the bigger thing is like Let me preface by saying like Russ is like one of my favorite players too, but like I don't know if Russ is ever gonna win a championship, dog.
Oh, he's not. He missed his chance when the Russ blew the call on LeBron down the stretch on KD in Game 2, which would have put them up 2-0 going back to Oklahoma, I believe it was. So, yeah, that was their chance to win the championship of Oklahoma. It's over.
I think Russ's blessing is also his curse. Like, the guy is clearly like a freak athlete, and he can move and like just blow past anybody, but I think he doesn't know how to like slow it down.
I won't even say that because there are plenty of freak athletes who, you know.
But I think you need to know how to control some of that freakness. And I don't think sometimes he just keeps going. He doesn't just know like when to slow it up.
So that's his ego, his arrogance, and his IQ. That ain't.
Which I love, and that's what we love about Russ.
No, I don't love none of that shit.
You don't love none of that shit. Let me take it back.
That's why he be bricking up shots, yo. Because in that fourth quarter, I'm watching Paul George be a freaking spectator because Russ decided, I hit 1 3. Not even I hit 1 3, but he hit 1 free throw, and they like, you know what? That 1 free throw I hit, I'm just gonna go take contested 3-pointers. Like, why would you do that shit?
Well, I should say I love his attitude. I don't like that he does that too, and I saw that when KD was back. That's why KD left. That's basically why KD left. He knew that he couldn't be standing there being a spectator. Clearly shoot that.
Russ as a player, I just don't like him on my team in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think that's it. For them. What you think? You think differently? You said in 6. You said OKC in 6.
Yeah, I said that's what I came into the series thinking. But
you think
Portland? It'd be hard pressed for them to lose this.
Yeah, I don't think they can. They can.
Okay, so here's a question. You're the owner of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah.
You have Russell signed for 4 more years, basically like $40 million per year.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do if you lose the series? What do you do with Russ?
Did he sign for 4 more years? They gonna keep him. Like what are they gonna do?
So you gonna take that hit?
They gonna have to take that hit. He's the biggest attraction in OKC. It's hard enough to get people to come to OKC. Like,
I mean, it's a great fan base.
It's a great fan base, but like who else is who's gonna want to come there? Like the only reason Paul George stayed was because of Russell Westbrook. Let's not get anything twisted about that. That's the only reason why he stayed. So I think.
So you don't think Sam Presti could draft another good player?
I never say he can't. He could.
He might have to just do that.
He could or he could not, but he could.
Yeah, listen, trade Russ, get some assets, get some first round picks, and get what you can, fam. I'm not.
I think there's a point when you get tired of him, but like, I mean, you gotta know your market and where you're at. Like,
it's not even about getting tired of him. It's just you're not producing. Like since KD left.
Yeah, they've been knocked out of the first round every time. So like they had to like. I don't know if you trade him right now. I should say I don't see that happening. I really don't see that happening.
I don't see it either.
I don't see it happening. I think they.
I think it needs to be at least a thought
on so many fronts in business, and like they're just not gonna do that. All right, so like I said, you want to head west, or you want?
We can stay west.
All right. So, all right, let's talk about the Rockets then. Rockets, OKC.
I
mean, not OKC. The Houston.
Listen.
Utah.
And Utah, yep.
Listen, Colin Cowherd said this was supposed to be the most interesting first-round matchup.
Oh, you did say that.
And I immediately, I went in, talked to some friends. I immediately said, that dude is out of his mind. This is going to be the most boring, most one-sided series. Like, outside of the Bucks-Pistons, like Houston... Utah was right after.
I thought Utah would have won like maybe one game, like take one. Maybe.
No,
just on the strength of Donovan Mitchell, he just had.
You mean the guy whose claim to fame is almost winning Rookie of the Year? That's all. That's all he's known for. Maybe a dunk contest champion. That's all. He came into the playoff series, shot terribly.
I mean, what's his this year? Or are you talking about last year?
This year.
Oh,
I mean, he's never been a efficient scorer. He always like low 40s.
Yeah.
So. Like, you're not going to win with your best players shooting low 40s. They just don't have the firepower to match Houston.
Of course not. Well, nobody thought about that. No.
The defense, I mean, there's
only so much you can do. Like,
you're not going to so much.
They're not going to guard Harden and shut them down. So there's only so much you can do.
Listen, they left Rubio on the island to get cooked. as if they haven't seen Harden put him on hoop mixtapes before.
I mean, come on, it's Ricky Rubio.
I like Ricky Rubio, but that ain't it, Chief.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen with that. So yeah, that series is gonna be a wrap. I think Golden State and Clippers is about to be a wrap too. I mean, KD just showed exactly like who's the man in this league. Like he came out in that game and just
showed y'all why he's the best player on the planet.
You can say that. And he shut everybody up. He said like, yo, I'm here. Like this is me. I'm KD. Like I'm Kevin Durant. Like
he shut y'all up. But I was still saying, KD, that dude. Stop disrespecting him.
I mean, but you gotta give Patrick Beverley credit for like getting under his skin. And that's what Patrick Beverley is there for. And that's why they did not trade him away.
I wouldn't even really call that getting under his skin.
What you would call it then?
Just slight pestering. Like he wasn't really under his skin. Like what? Game 2 when I think KD. I think KD fouled out, but KD took 8 shots. Or on record took 8 shots.
Yeah.
As far as the box score, but he ended up with 21 points.
Yeah.
So Patrick Beverley, I appreciate what he does. And
that's what he's gonna bring. That's what he does.
All that.
That's what he's gonna do, and that's what he's gonna bring. You know.
But yeah, I think I had this series in Warriors in 5 because I do like the Clippers team.
They have a good team. They up and coming.
Yeah, the rookie point guard.
Yeah, I got you.
I wanted him. I wanted him in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I knew we was gonna get him because he was high up.
Yeah.
But he's a player I wanted in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I think the one thing that I think is a travesty in all is that we're gonna see Houston and Golden State. I want to see them again in the Western Conference Finals. Mm-hmm. But I think it's just a travesty that we're gonna have to see them. Yeah, that we're gonna have to see them play right again in the second round. We're gonna see them play in the second round. Like one of them will have to go away. It's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be an interesting series for sure.
Yeah,
I think we didn't get the right thing, like seeing them in the Western Conference Finals. What you think?
You said Houston, Golden State.
Yeah, it's gonna be Houston, Golden State next for sure.
Yeah, it was interesting last year. We'll see what happens this year.
What you think gonna happen with Denver and San Antonio in their series? They're tied 2-2 right now.
San Antonio actually won one more game than I thought they were going to.
Yeah, it surprised me. Well, I shouldn't say that. I didn't think because.
All right, so we're gonna take a quick intermission. Just hold that thought, and we're gonna come right back with more thoughts.
So we're talking about Denver and San Antonio. San Antonio has played well. I really didn't Denver. You know, they're a young team and they still trying to find their way in the playoffs. So they were going to have some struggles going through this. I think I might have San Antonio. Like they might pull this out, and I think they're going to upset Denver. I just don't think Denver is. They might be ready yet. I don't think they're ready yet.
Coming into the series, I'm pretty sure I had Denver in 5. Because I like, the team. I like the youth, the depth.
I did too,
The coach, I think he's one of Greg Pop's old assistant coaches. So he's off the the Pop branch. So, like everything from top to bottom with that team is actually pretty good. And San Antonio is a little older team, so I expect. And San Antonio usually has troubles or has in the past, since they usually have older teams and younger teams usually ran them tired. And Denver plays really fast.
Yeah.
So I expected, San Antonio to lose in 5. They already have one more win. So this could be pushed to, at the very least 6, at the most 7, obviously. But I still have Denver coming out on top. I just think better players, deeper roster, even though they are inexperienced. Like Paul Millsap, I think last game went 1 for 7, and they still ended up winning.
Mm-hmm.
So I just like more of what I see in Denver. The only thing I would put over Denver in this matchup on San Antonio's side is Pop.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. I think Denver. I had Denver like winning in 6. I really didn't think San Antonio would actually, be like showing like what they're doing right now, especially early. Especially since like they won the first game. But I just think like you said, Pop. I just think it's gonna come down to like some experience, and like I think they're gonna pull it out. This might be one that might go to 7. This is a good series. I think this is probably the closest series that's the only close series, honestly, that's going on right now. So I think it's gonna be interesting to see what happens down the road, what happens down the line. All right, let's move east now. Well, Boston just swept Indiana. You got any takeaways from that one?
Not impressed. Not impressed at all. A lot of them games was close. Indiana without the best player.
The game was low scoring too. That first game, I saw the score. It was like 84. 64?
84-74.
70. Oh yeah, yeah. Like, yeah, I was
not impressed.
Nah.
Kyrie struggled all but one game. Just very.
No, well, he pulled him out of some of the games. I think more than one game. He had to pull him out in the end.
I'm not saying he didn't have hit timely buckets and stuff like that. But game 1 shot below 40%. Game 2 shot below 40%. I think game 3, that was the game. I think 38 points, and he did it on a good percentage. And then next game goes right back shooting below 40%. And someone told me I have to take back a lot of the slander I gave to Kyrie, and I've seen nothing that makes me want to take that back.
I mean, the Pacers they're a good team, and that's why they're in the playoff. That's why they were like high in the seeding like a lot in the year, even when Oladipo went down, because they had good coaching.
They had a good run, and then like about after a month and a half, they fell back to earth and became a team.
Because that was going to happen. Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
They had no business being like, if that team played without Oladipo all year, They probably would have won them the low seeds. To be honest with you, exactly. They probably would have made playoffs, but they probably would be a low seed. Boston, they have no business struggling with this team.
Yeah, even though they're struggling.
Coach is better. They have a better coach. They have a way deeper team. The only the only star on the court. So, way too much going, and Boston got 3 all-stars.
Yeah. Well, Boston been struggling themselves all year, so it's not.
Which is why I'm not impressed.
Yeah, I mean because Milwaukee they about to beat Detroit tonight. I'm sorry, Pistons fans. Like y'all.
The game on right now. Detroit got that 5-point lead. Couple seconds.
Detroit gonna win the half. They won one half before like that. That's the only wins they got in this series. But
I think this is the closest it's been.
Like. I'm sorry. Like,
as we say that Chris Middleton bricks a shot.
Exactly, but yeah, it's a wrap for Detroit. But Boston gotta bring their A game against this Milwaukee team, because Giannis is a different beast and a different animal, and the players, like I said from the last podcast, I loved what this team did and like what they did by surrounding him with shooters, and like so when if he drives, he's able to kick it and like get him to open shooting 3-point shots. Like Boston gonna have their trouble with this team if they do not bring their A game. They can't play the same way how they did in this Indiana series team. Granted, Indiana is, like I said, they could play tough, but they gotta bring a better A game than what they did in this Indiana series. All right, we gonna save 76ers and Nets for last. Any thoughts from Toronto and Orlando? Like,
Orlando surprised me.
yeah, 'cause they took that first. That surprised me in that first game. They took that first.
But honestly, if Toronto didn't have bum ass Kyle Lowry, trash ass Kyle Lowry, missed up.
Kyle Lowry, how do you score 0 points in a playoff game, my guy? And you the starting point guard, like that cannot happen. That cannot happen. Like Kyle Lowry, I think he gotta go. You know his contract situation?
I don't.
He has to go. I don't want him on any team that's in the playoffs because he's on and off. Like I don't know what it is about playoff basketball.
He's trash.
He just can't. He just doesn't get anything going. Like I don't. That's why they had to get DeRozan. The reason why they went Kawhi's here now. Like the reason.
Yeah,
why.
they traded the wrong nigga. I've never liked Kyle. No, I won't say that. Back when Kyle Lowry was in Houston,
he's a bull.
I liked him.
He's a bull. But he
trash.
Playoffs, no.
Trash.
I don't know.
Trash.
It's just like everything.
I
Just
liked him
when
when he was a nice little role player in Houston. This whole starting point guard.
He can't be a starting point
People
guard.
started giving him all.
Nah, he
no,
can't be.
no,
you can't be.
How you getting blocked by Kevin Hart and you over here talk? No, man. Yo, I never understood the like for him. I remember I got into an argument with some friends earlier in the season, and they was like, yeah, you know, like basically they were trying to say why D'Angelo Russell shouldn't have been an All-Star. And they were listing players like who should have been ahead of.
They said Kyle Lowry. They didn't say Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, they said one of them said Kyle Lowry. I didn't agree with that crap at all. I think Russell already better than Kyle Lowry. No. I never thought that much of Kyle Lowry.
No. I don't know. They gotta get rid of him. I'm sorry. Like I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what his contract situation is, but they gotta get rid of him because he does not do anything.
Yeah, but
he does not do anything for you in the playoffs. Regular season, maybe he do his thing.
He even had it down here in the regular season.
Playoffs, yeah. And he's getting up there in age now too. I think he's like 33 or something, 34.
34.
Yeah, so like.
But back to the actual series. Like I said, the Magic impressed me that first game.
Mm.
You know, I thought the series was gonna be a wash, but it's been kind of, sort of competitive, I guess.
Yeah.
But Toronto, with their depth and thanks to Kawhi, they really got a handle on got a handle on things rather quickly. So, yeah, it should be Toronto in 5.
Yeah. I think that series is a wrap. All right, let's move to the last one, Philly and Brooklyn. All right, you're the resident Brooklyn head here. The Brooklyn Nets head, I should say. So, what's your thoughts about what's going on in this series? They're down 3-1, Brooklyn. So, I mean, it's what should have happened. This is what Philly should be doing. Like, if Philly was struck,
it honestly should have and could have been 2-2.
Yeah, it could have been, yeah.
But rookie mistakes. I guess rookie because in the playoffs a lot of them are inexperienced. So yeah, rookie mistakes. Mistakes coaching and rotations and stuff like that. Missed calls, but that's always gonna happen. I never want to say like for example, a lot of Net fans are up in arms about the missed call for
Jared Allen last game. Yeah.
My whole thing is one. Missed calls are gonna happen. So
yeah, they just are. It's
two,
part of the game.
2. I don't think D'Angelo Russell should have made that pass. Not saying it was a bad pass, but just like a couple years ago, where LeBron made that pass to George Hill, and I remember I said this right before it happened. I said George Hill's gonna miss one of these free throws because he did the same thing when he was a Pacer and they played Miami. He missed one of them free throws, and Miami went on to win the game. George Hill shrinks in big moments in crunch time. He does it consistently. So, I think you got to know your personnel.
I think he was just making the right play. I guess he saw Jared Allen cut into the basket. And I think he just made the right play.
Overall, like any other quarter, any other time early in the fourth quarter, that is the correct play. In crunch time, I do not want my 6'11", offensively challenged have no handles, kind of weak center
Damn, man.
with the. I like Jared too. I like him too. I like him too. He's a solid center. But with all that being said, all the things I just listed out that are characteristics for him in this series, why are you putting the ball in his hands? So let's say he catches the ball. And let's say he doesn't trip, but he did trip. But let's say he doesn't trip. All right. So now we have to hope he finishes through contact over 3 people.
Well, what he should be doing is going directly to the rim, up and dunking that ball.
He caught the ball at the free throw line.
Yeah.
Now you're asking him to dribble.
Well, no, he's a little bit further away from the free throw line.
Around the free throw line.
But still,
you're asking him to dribble once or twice to get to the hoop with defenders around.
I see what you mean, yeah. Because they came to him, yeah.
So let's say, he's able to get the shot up. He probably doesn't make it, all right, because he probably gets fouled hard. Now you're asking our mediocre free throw shooting center to hit 2 free throws in crunch time to tie the game.
Yeah. With
8 seconds left.
Which everybody wanted, yeah.
So
I was like, there's no guarantee he was gonna hit them free throws.
So either way, that's just not a situation I want to be.
Yeah. I
know D'Angelo Russell was struggling most of the game. He hit some big shots, but again, he struggled. He did not shoot well. Don't be Kobe Bryant the first 4.5 quarters, and then become Duran in the last couple seconds. Now you want to pass the ball.
Yeah.
No, you've earned the right, just like Joe Johnson in the past. You've earned the right, regardless of how you're shooting that day, to take the game-winning shot. After those picks, you had Tobias Harris or Embiid on you. All right, you make the decision. How can I take them off the dribble? You have plenty of time. You had like 8-9 seconds left. There's no need to rush that pass to, again, someone who is not used to being put in that position in that moment.
I feel like,
especially in the playoffs. Yeah. Also, Karis LeVert got 3 shots in the 4th quarter. Albeit he missed all 3 of them. As the hot hand in that game, the guy who was really carrying us for most of the game.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta get him the ball somewhere. Here.
And Karis has proven, at least this year, that he has a little clutch in him. Also, Spencer Dinwiddie shot the ball solidly, if not good, altogether. And Spencer Dinwiddie has shown us over the years that he is clutch.
Yeah.
So that's 2 other options who are playing the Paul George role, just sitting in the corner, sitting on the arc, just watching. Like, I've failed to see some of these executions of plays that the coach has called out.
Yeah.
So I just don't understand.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, like I said, I think he just saw like the open man cutting the basket, albeit like it probably wasn't. I feel like he probably just thought he was making the right pass, but like in those clutch situations, I don't think you want it in the hands of your big man like that who can't really handle the ball.
If he gets if Jared Allen next year gets a solid handle where he's not walking around the 3-point line and taking one dribble and picking it up, if he gets a better handle next year, if he gets a decent mid-range jumper next year, if he gets a little stronger and more sure with his hands next year, I will and if he becomes a better free throw shooter just in case he gets fouled, I'm perfectly fine with that pass being.
Yeah, well, he's not that guy right now. That's all I'm saying. He's just not that guy right now. Yeah, he's just not that guy. So what you think this is gonna happen in this series? Like, you think this is it? That Philly gets the next one. That's it. Finishes in 5, or you think Nets put one more?
I mean,
what do you think gonna happen?
Walking into the series, I had Philly in 6. Yeah. So, ironically, we play them better with Embiid on the floor. Ironic.
Because
I think the one real bad blowout game was the one Embiid missed.
That one. Yeah,
so,
exactly.
And I mean, even then, that was like the unrealistic 3rd quarter. But
yeah,
for the most part, we haven't played them terribly. We played them solidly. Even at stretches, we looked better. But it's just a lot of talent on that team that you have to overcome,
and that's why this should be winning this series. Like this for the Nets, this was basically a step. The Nets were playing with house money. Like nobody's expecting them to do anything in this series. Like them coming out and punching them in the mouth in game 1. Like that's just showing you how bright the future is going to be for the Nets. Like everything was on Philly. Philly had to come out and show that what they should be doing. Everything was on Ben Simmons' shoulders, like, and on Embiid's shoulders. Even. But Philly, they're the ones who was really supposed to be had the spotlight on them really more than the Nets and anything.
I mean, yeah. I'll say that whole the ejection moment where all the players are
with Jared Dudley and Jimmy Butler.
I don't think anyone did anything wrong in that situation. Embiid fouled.
I think the foul was
it was
a good foul.
Yeah, good playoff foul.
I think it was just
not wrong with that.
Probably that playoff intensity, and then they were bickering, Jared Dudley and Ben Simmons.
And also, surprisingly, or I guess not too surprisingly, but yeah, I guess surprisingly, but Jared Dudley has actually done one. I don't want to say wonders. I feel like that's stretching it, but he's been good on the floor.
He's been solid, yeah.
He's actually helped. Not just hitting shots, but the solid defense, the veteran presence.
Yeah.
It's and me and my man Chin, we laughed about this yesterday or the day before yesterday. It's sad that Dudley has to be Brooklyn's enforcer. Like out of all the players, I mean, I guess Ed Davis would probably be that guy too, but he's hurt.
Yeah, he's hurt. Yeah.
But it's sad that Jared Dudley is the guy who has to poke out his chest and kind of like flexes.
Yeah, because I don't think Brooklyn they don't really have an enforcer. There's no.
Yeah, we don't.
They don't. Yeah,
we have too many nice guys.
Yeah.
Just like when Jared Allen caught that elbow, everyone smiling, cheering, clapping.
Yeah,
like, yo, what the hell?
Get right for your
what the hell? And shout outs to Karooks, because Karooks actually did this. Ben Simmons tried to box him out, and he kind of gave him an elbow.
Yeah.
It's like, like this whole energy of I'm not going to get pushed around. But the Nets create an energy of, like, we're counting on the refs to bail us out.
Yeah.
And if you're supposed to have Brooklyn grit, that can't happen.
Yeah, exactly.
That can't happen. So
they need some enforcers next year.
Yeah, like
some people.
Listen, you need to. I'm not sure what's going on with James Johnson's contract in Miami.
Yeah.
But if you can bring him. If you can bring PJ Tucker, bring him.
Yeah.
We already have enough guards, but Patrick Beverly would be another guy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
you need people like that. Basically, people like that. That can, do some dirty work.
Shoot, bring Rondo. Bring Rondo. I've been trying to get Rondo in Brooklyn forever.
I know you would love that. Rondo being in Brooklyn.
Yeah, but this series, at best, from an unbiased standpoint, going to 6.
If not, it might be finished this next game. This I think that's it. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen. These playoffs gonna be interesting, as you move up into the rounds, and we start getting to like these bigger teams in the East, the 4 teams that should be left standing in the East and left remaining. That's gonna be very interesting. And then, like I said, that second round series between Golden State and Houston is gonna be a very interesting series. To see what comes out of that. Well, that's the playoffs right now. The NFL draft is Thursday. Any thoughts about NFL draft? I just know the Giants need a quarterback, and if they don't draft a quarterback, I don't know what they're doing because they seem to have a master plan. But they most definitely don't have no damn master plan.
Listen, the Giants are talking about re-signing Eli.
Oh my god!
To another extension. I know Eli already told him, I'd love to play. What he said? I think he said 36.
Just made this guy the quarterback coach. If y'all want him that bad, just make him the quarterback coach.
I don't know if you want him being your quarterback.
You're right. Like, if y'all just want to keep him in a role or make him like one of those special advisors type shit, something like that. I don't know. If y'all really love him that bad, I'm tired. Eli need to go. That man was seeing stars and shit.
Eli, don't listen to him, man. Play for another decade.
Oh man.
Play for another decade. Stay in New York though. Don't leave the Giants.
This coming from the Philly Eagles fan. That's exactly why you want that to happen. That's exactly
right. I know my team. We kind of address a lot of situations outside of linebacker. So I know I haven't really been paying attention this much this year to the draft and college football, but I hear it's not a very great linebacker draft, so that's tough. A lot of the good linebackers are gone now.
Yeah.
I hear we still might draft a running back, even though our running back situation kind of been addressed momentarily. There's not a lot of short-term needs that we need to address. Just offensive line and linebacker, to be honest. But as far as, looking toward the future and stuff, yeah, we gotta probably get some new receivers. Probably gotta get some new safeties, because it's looking like the Malcolm Jenkins and Rodney McLeod eras are coming to an end. Because Jenkins is just a lot older now, and McLeod coming off the injury, and he only got like a year or two left on his contract.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, we're gonna see what happens on Thursday. You think Kyle Murray's going number one? I've seen reports saying that he's not anymore.
yeah, I heard the Cardinals
are not thinking about it.
Yeah, kind of backed off that.
So I'm guessing they probably thinking about Nick Bosa, or they could just be blowing smokes up people.
Yeah, it could be.
So I don't know what's gonna happen there.
But I heard the Jets are trying to move down from 3.
Yeah.
All I know is
that.
I'm hearing a lot of different stuff
I
that
heard
gives
that.
Giants an opportunity to actually draft a quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. Because
So
we need one. I'm sorry, but yeah. All right, I think that's about that. Today, we're gonna try and get back at you. Hopefully, back by the second round. I have to see how everything plays out.
I know we were talking about kind of doing like intermediate episodes.
Yeah, we gotta see what we could bring a little bit more flavor, a little bit more style to what we've been doing already. See what we could give the people.
Also, we appreciate the love and support we've been getting.
Yeah, we really do. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody. Just shout us out. Let people know what's going on. We appreciate all the
I was
support.
supposed to do this at the beginning of the show and I forgot. But again, shout out to Hood Take, my man T, and all of them. Shout out to Quentin, Q writing his pieces or what have you. Just shout out again to anyone showing love, like, sharing, commenting.
We appreciate all of it.
Yeah, any critiques you can give, please give those.
Yes. Because we can only get better.
I know some of y'all kind of wanted to like do call-ins and stuff like that.
We gonna get there. We got work on ourselves.
We just
first.
figuring some stuff out first, making sure everything works perfectly fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything else?
Anything else?
I don't think so.
Any words? All right. Well.
Shout out to LeBron doing what we doing in the playoffs.
Okay, but all right, guys. We just want to thank you. Have a great week. Have a blessed week. Thank you. We'll be back.